everybody. I'm Joslyn Davis with Dana Ward, and today Clever TV is on the red carpet at the 2012 Teen Choice Awards asking a really important question.
Well, of course, it's all about teens, and we had to ask everyone who walked the carpet why teens rule the world. Here's what they had to say.
Because we're inexperienced and we're young and we're not afraid of much. Teens rule the world because they're the next generation. Always.
They're so devoted about everything. They're so passionate about what they believe in. I mean, just showing up today, it's just like crazy, man. They're like side in the streets and stuff, just screaming.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think that, we still have so much in front of us, but we know what we believe in. We know what we fight for. We know what lyrics we want to scream at the top of our lungs. We know what shows we want to see. So I feel like we know who we are, but we kind of haven't really been corrupted or discouraged yet. So I feel like we have so much in front of us.
Why do I think teens rule the world? I think maybe they like to think so, but certainly the media world. Think about like all this stuff, all this stuff is geared towards teens and people trying to make our movies PG-13. I think they definitely, they are soaking up this culture. So, and I think that's fantastic.
Well, we're the new generation. We're the ones coming up now, and it's pretty exciting to know that we can make a difference now.
And if
it's
their ass smart is rainy, it's gonna be great.
Teens rule the world because they're the next generation, and they can decide what to do with the world. So I think that they're great.
We have such a voice in this generation. I'm speaking like I'm a teen. We have such a voice in this generation, and we really do make a difference. Everybody makes a difference, and using social media, using just word of mouth, it really does boil down to that demographic. So it's always good to fight for the right side and speak your mind.
Well, if we didn't have teens, we for one wouldn't have Teen Wolf, and if we didn't have teens, we wouldn't have all the amazing fans and the viewers and the fandom that has become our show because of the teens.
Because they're the next generation. They are the young adults that are growing up, and they're deciding what's important and what can be fixed in the world and how to go about. They have new ideas about how to fix old problems that I think that adults, they kind of, as you grow older, you start to accept things about the world and you maybe start to get jaded. And I think that when you're young and when you're a teen especially, you're just on the brink of wanting to change and having the empowerment to do that.
I think teens rule the world because they're the future. I think that we have such a really great generation coming up, and in the gap and stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening in our world, and they're what's going to help us, go through it. So, and I'm part of that, I guess, because I'm still a teenager, kind of. So, it's exciting to see what we'll do.
They're the future. They rule the world because what's important to them now is going to follow longer than anybody else.
Because they're just awesome. Teens rule. Their energy, their voice, and they're not lazy. Yeah, true. So you guys, they just rock. They're awesome, and they're the ones that will support you and go out and buy your albums, go out and buy your movie tickets, go out and actually push for you. They're the biggest supporters. I love teens, and I will try to be in this demographic as long as I can.
I don't know, they just got a lot of energy. I remember when I was a teenager, I just felt like I could never, go to sleep. I was just always doing something, bouncing around. They're so creative. You got the Selena Gomez's and the Justin Bieber's, and everybody just ruling the world right now.
I think teens are one of the most influential ages that you have, so I think they talk, and when they see something they like, all of their friends get excited about it too. And so it's usually not just one person, it's usually they come in gangs.
You know what? Because, they're the next generation, they're going to change a lot just by everything that's new is going on, and I think their voice is just becoming louder and louder in society, and I think using the right way, it's great. So I think we've got a lot of positive stuff going on right now, so I fully support the movement. And teens watch our show mainly, and they're incredibly incredibly supportive, and it's nice to give back a little bit. So yeah.
Teens rule the world because they're the next generation, and they're going to set the precedent for what's coming up next. You know what I mean? I really think that young adults, teenagers, they're setting the tone for the future, and that's really cool. So we gotta instill confidence in all of them.
Because I think we have such a youthful and not naive, but we still just have a different way of life. You know what I mean? We're very out there. We don't have our views so set in the ways that we can still just kind of let go and have fun, and everything's not business to us still. And I think people like that, and I think teenagers' lives are all the drama and the stuff that we get into is a lot more fun than when you get older and you just work 9 to 5 and.
I think that anytime that I think any of us, like choreograph, we always look for the younger generation to kind of give us the inspiration. They're hip. They know what's going on in the street. You know, they're kind of the ones that are creating the whole thing. So everything, pop culture is kind of guided by the teens. So, you know, we have to always, you know, make sure that we listen to what they're saying because it helps us with our job. Right.
That's true. That's how I'm inspired a lot by young people all the time.
Because teens are awesome. I'm really excited to be here at Teen Choice Awards finally as a teen. I'm 13 now, so I'm eligible to be called a teen. So I think teens rule the world because, you know, we are the new generation. We're coming in, and we nowadays teens have a lot more power. They're like important things, and nowadays teens have such an impact on the world. We really can change the world. We rule the world. Go team.
High five to that.